Chili Verde right on top of the rice. Couple spoons. There we go. Looking good, looking good. What do you think? All right. Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. And if you've never been here before, welcome. All right, y'all, today I'm making something, one of my favorite things in the world. My mom used to make it. This is called Chili Verde. What it is, it's a green chili pork stew. Kind of like my mom used to make it. What I have here, but this isn't going to be like any other that I've ever made. I'm using something special today. So what I got here, this is from the Fresh Chili Company out of Hatch, New Mexico. This is 575 Big Jim pure green chili. Y'all see that? So this is special. Big Jim, one of the best Hatch chilies, Hatch green chilies that you can get. Now if it was fresh and fresh roasted, that would be great, but they roast this, jar it. I've used their product before from the Fresh Chili Company out of New Mexico, and it is awesome. So y'all stick around. I got everything behind me. We're going to get started, get this done. This is going to be delicious. Y'all ready? All right, let's do it. All right, so what I got here is about a 3.5 pound pork butt, including the bones. This is a bone-in pork butt. So what I'm going to do is cut this up in chunks. All right. I'm going to get rid of as much of this fat as I can. So this is going to be big chunks. Now you could use pork chops. This is how my mom used to do it. So let's see. Let me get this bone out of here. Okay, so we'll cut it in little slabs. Cut it in chunks, small chunks. About like that. Get rid of this excess fat, like I said. So I'm gonna get this pork butt chunked up. So say we cut it in slabs, cut it in strips, and cut it in chunks. So fairly small, 1/2 inch maybe, 1/2 inch chunks, like that. So I'll get all this cut up, get most of this heavy fat removed, and we'll bring y'all back. Alright y'all, so we got our meat is all cut up. Here we go. We even got the bone, got the meat off the bone. There's a little bit left. We're gonna put the bone in the stew just for a little extra flavor. So what I'm gonna do is season this meat up. Of course, as always, my favorite seasoning for just about any meat is Cosmo's salt, pepper, garlic dry rub, SPG. Alright, so put some SPG. Season the bone up a little bit. Get that out the way. Let's get this meat seasoned up. Nice. All good flavor. All right. A little bit more. Okay. All right. It's all seasoned up. I'll set this to the side for a minute. So before I get started, I'm going to take, got a yellow onion. I'm going to cut it up. So we're just going to dice this up kind of small. Might get another one. This one's kind of small. So I'm going to dice this onion up. Alright, got about 5 nice cloves of garlic. We'll get those diced up, smashed up, and then we'll start. Get the meat browned up. Now most people, or I should say most people, some people don't put tomato in their chili verde. I do. So I got a small can of fire roasted tomatoes. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and get this meat browned up. Alright, then I got my pot heated up. I'm going to take some olive oil, spray it in there, a good amount, maybe a teaspoon. Go ahead and drop our meat on in. I'm just going to drop it all in. Heck with it. Along with the bone. Get it spread out. So I'm just going to let that sit there and let the bottom get brown. Alright, now I've had this here browning for about 10 minutes. I haven't touched it. So let's go ahead and flip it over. I don't know if you can see that, nice and brown on the bottom like that. That's what I want. As long as one side is nice and brown, we're good. Look, lost a piece. Let that bone get down there. Alright then, so we cooked this meat pretty good. So now, I cut up another onion. So I got 2 small onions. I'm going to add these. We'll mix them up a bit. Now this bone here, that's going to add a little extra flavor to the stew. Alright. Now I'm going to keep this pretty much basic stew. Now you can put potatoes in it. You can put zucchini, squash, calabaza, anything like that if you want. But today we're going to keep it straight up. Onions, garlic, chilies, some tomato. We'll put a couple bay leaves in. Got some bay leaves and some Mexican oregano. We'll put a little bit of that in there. Alright, I'm going to let this cook for, I don't know, another 10 minutes and then we'll put the garlic in. Alright, these onions have been cooking about 10 minutes. I've been in here giving them a little stir every now and again. So they're cooked down good. So I'm going to add my garlic. This is like 5 cloves. I like a lot of garlic. We're not going to let this cook too long. This don't need to cook about 30 seconds or so. It's going everywhere. Let's get it. Put it back in. Green chili. I'm not going to put this entire jar in here, but I'm going to put most of it. Alright. About half the jar. I'll save the other half for something else. A little bit more. So you can see that's fire roasted. You see them dark spots in there? That's from the roasting. Good stuff right there, y'all. Alright. We're going to put in this can of diced fire roasted tomatoes. Like I said, not everybody puts tomatoes in their chili verde. Mom did, so I do. So we'll let this mix up a bit. So I got a little bit of, I got some chicken broth here. I'll put some chicken broth in there just for a little extra moisture. We'll go ahead, put about half a teaspoon of oregano. Mexican oregano, you got to crunch it up with your fingers. Go ahead and put one good bay leaf in there. Alright, let's mix this up. Might make some rice to go with this. Got some flour tortillas. Alright, so we'll put our leftover green chili in the fridge. Like I said, we'll put it on something else, some eggs or anything. That green chili goes with everything, except maybe ice cream, but somebody might disagree with that. Anyway, I'm going to let this come up to a simmer. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to let this cook for at least an hour, maybe longer. Most likely it'll be longer. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Just let it simmer. Low and slow. Alright, lid on. Heat down. Now you want to put that heat as low as it'll go without turning off, okay? Like I said, we'll let this go at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll check it out. Alright, y'all. Oh, and if you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up button if you like my video, and subscribe. So the subscribe button will be up in the corner here. Just push there. Okay, y'all. Alright then, this has been going about 30 minutes. So let's take a peek. Looking pretty good there. Got plenty of liquid. So we're going to let this keep going. Actually, I might go ahead and taste the broth here, see if it needs any seasoning. Yeah, let's do that since we got it open. Yummy. That's good. We're going to leave it just like that. Lid on. We'll let her cook. Alright, y'all. This has been cooking a little over an hour. Let's see what we got here. Alright. So let's give this a little stir. Kind of scrape the bottom a little bit. Alright, so it's a little juicy. So all I'm going to do is let this cook another 30-40 minutes uncovered. See if we can get it to thicken up a little bit. Alright? Get it to reduce the liquid some. Alright then. While that's doing that, I'm going to make me some rice. I think I'm going to skip the beans today, but we're going to make some rice. We're going to do that off camera. I've got other videos how I make rice and beans. So, alright y'all, see you in a little bit. Alright y'all, so this stuff's been cooking for another half hour, 45 minutes. The meat is nice and tender. So this is done. So I've scraped all the meat off of this bone. So that bone's pretty clean. So we'll get that out of there. Give it a little stir. Get that bay leaf out of there. Alright. So this is perfect. I'm going to shut the heat off. Put the lid on. I got my rice cooking over here. So as soon as rice is done, we will eat and taste. Alright y'all. See you in a little bit. Alright y'all. It's all ready. Let's take a look. So we let this sit for a while. Really nice, really nice. So let's serve this up, shall we? So I got my Spanish rice here, all ready to go. Like I said, I'll leave a link up top, up in here. You push here and I'll leave a link to my rice video. So let's put some rice on here. Here we go. Nice portion of rice. Chili Verde right on top of the rice. Couple spoons. There we go. Looking good, looking good. What do you think? All right. Got some raw onion, some cilantro, there we go. Got some hot flour tortillas. There we go, y'all. Chili Verde with some Spanish rice. All right, let's taste this stuff. Looks good. All right, y'all, here we go. Chili Verde with Spanish rice. Look at that. Man, that looks good. All right, let's taste this straight up, shall we? So let's get this Chili Verde. Look at that, look at that. Yummy. You all ready? Taste. Man, that brings back memories right there. Try it with some rice. Let's get some tortilla. Now you can make this like a burrito if you want, or just take your tortilla, pinch, just like that. Taste. That is awesome. Chili Verde, Spanish rice. Right here. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. As always, questions, comments, leave them below. There's more videos over here that y'all can check out. And if you haven't done it yet, click right there to subscribe to my channel. So thanks for stopping by, y'all. I appreciate it. See y'all next time.